Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube station, and I'm going to be talking about a little PureSim baseball. It's a free baseball simulation game that was brought to my attention from a good friend of the channel, Beatles Eternally. And if you don't have any money to spend on a Stratomatic PureSim type baseball game, this is a wonderful option. I provide the link below. You download it for free, and it gives you all the seasons for free, and we're just going to go through a quick tutorial of how to set up a season and add pictures and logos. So after you download, and I'm not going to go through that process because I've already downloaded it, you just click on the link below and follow the instructions. It's perfectly safe. I have downloaded it to my computer. But I suggest run your virus scan before you do it, as I did, but it's perfectly safe. Nothing's happened to my computer. And if you're a youngster, ask your parents first before you download it. Make sure if you're using your parents' computer, you shouldn't be downloading anything on their computer unless they know of it. Anyhow, so once you download it, it's going to always ask you when you bring the game up, do you want to make changes to your computer? You just click yes. And then this screen comes up and it says PureSim Baseball, New Game, Load Game, Quick Game, Options, and then Quit. So we're going to go to New Game. And once you click on New Game, you get another screen. Hopefully this pops up. As I'm watching my secondary screen now, this should pop up, hopefully. And it's not popping up. Alright, so let's go to OBS. Bring up another window. Okay, there it is. Let's drag that down here. Alright, so once you click on that new season, this pops up. And again, I don't know if the drop-down screens are going to pop up. I hope they do. So, I usually play historical leagues. You can go through and set up fictional leagues or a sandbox mode, so on and so forth. And you can read each one of these. But I'm going to set up a historical league. And that's what we're going to do here. So once you do that, you can click on this drop-down screen, and you can see, and hopefully this pops up, you can see it gives you every season up until 2015. So it goes back to 1900 all the way up to 2015. Alright, that doesn't pop up on my screen. Hello, Chris from Stratomatic, Delaware. Let's see if we can get another window up to show you this. But if you click on where it says Major League Baseball, let's try and get another window up to show you all the seasons you get for free. Nope, not going to do it. Alright, so once you do that, you download the game. You want to click on what Major League season. You can play True Life Transaction Mode, which I actually just started for my 1972 season for the Boston Red Sox. So let's pick a season. I'm playing a 75 Red Sox season. That's open. I didn't play it true transaction mode. That's an open universe. So let's pick another year. Oh, let's torture myself. Let's pick 78. Or I could pick 69, Tony Calignera's comeback year. I'm playing 78 with Digital Diamond Base. Okay, let's pick... Alright, let's pick 69. Tony Calignera's comeback year. He got beamed in 67. Did not play in the World Series. And did not play in 1968. So we're going to pick 1969. And once you do that, as you'll see, I've picked 1969. You can now click on True Life Transaction Mode, which it gives you all... You just manage the team. So if a trade was made, that's what's going to happen. If you want to play open sandbox mode, you would click on here. But if you want to play... So sandbox mode, you can do whatever you want. And then they have these other little challenges here. You can change the player rating scales. I like 1 through 10, to be honest with you. I set up my 72 though. I didn't pay attention. I did 1 through 100. So for my 69, we're going to go 1 through 10. Again, 1 through 100 is the same as 1 through 10. I mean, it's... Some people like the different rating scales, and that's cool. But I like the 1 through 10. So we're going to go 1 through 10 there. We're going to go True Life Transactions. So once you settle on what you want to do, Stratomatic Delaware, Chris from Stratomatic Delaware is in the chat. Check out his channel. He just put up a new game, Dyson Card Stratomatic game with his Dead Ball League. I'll be watching that later or tomorrow morning. Great stuff. That's Stratomatic Delaware with Chris. Yeah, he says, wanted to shout out to Steve Coronado, a young Strat player. He published a video last week. Great play-by-play for a young player. Very enjoyable to watch. Okay, so the shout out is for Steven Conrado 244. So that's Steven, capital CONRAD 0. I think that's a 0 actually. 244. Check him out. Chris, if you can, on one of my videos, put his link to his channel, and I will check it out. Thank you very much. I've already... Oh, you know what? Actually, I know what season I want to do. I know. I like Mark the Bird Fidrich. I know what season I'm going to do. I'll do Tony C another time. I love Tony Calignera. I love Mark the Bird Fidrich. I'm going to switch my seasons. 1976. And I can do a little replay of Mark the Bird Fidrich. Alright, we're going to play True Life Transactions. We're going to go down here. Challenge mode brings you additional 11. I don't want to play challenge mode. I'm going to do the player ratings 1 through 10. We're playing 1976. We're going to hit next. Once you hit next, you want to give your association a name. I'm going to say replay 1976. I'll keep it at that. So once that's done, you get to choose your team. I'm actually going to play as the Detroit Tigers, but I'm only going to play Mark Fidrich's starts. Oh, why are there multiple, let's get rid of that. That's icky. Let's do this. Alright, that's better. As you can tell, I'm not a wizard with OBS. All right, so you have your choice of picking your teams. I've chosen the 1976 Detroit Tigers season. And you can switch later on. You can just say, each game you can say I want to take control of a different team. But I think I'm going to do Mark Fidrich, a Massachusetts native, the Bird. He won 19 games in 1976. So we'll take control of the Detroit Tigers. And you can only pick one. Like if I went to the Red Sox now, see it switches us back to computer. This team back to computer management. So we're going to take the Tigers. It's going to be really tough when I play the Red Sox. Oh well. Hopefully the Bird didn't have too many starts against Boston. So we've chosen the Tigers. And what we'll do now is you just follow the directions. And you can pick any team, and it gives you the record. So if you want to play the Phillies, who won 101 games in 76, or the Reds, who won 102 games, or if you wanted to play the Pirates, who Chris from Stratomatic, Delaware likes. And remember, check out Stratomatic, Delaware, and Chris. You would click that. So you get to see all the teams here and their records. And again, this game is free, so I'm going to hit next. Injuries can occur. I'll click on that. They should be historical, though, hopefully. Use photos if present. I'll click on that. Actual starting lineups. I'll click on that. Just because I'm doing the replay. Now, when I play actual starting lineups, I still might... Why is that not... Oh, I got to bring this up. Hold on a second, folks. Hold on. All right, that'll be up in a moment. There we go. Okay, so I clicked on player ratings change in season. I'm not going to click on that. They're just going to stay with what they were for the season. And once you click on actual starting lineups, you'll see injuries can occur, goes away because it's going to be what actually happened. I'm going to use players' photos if present. I'll be adding them in. If we had made other choices, we could actually make the season less games. You can customize the schedule. Note, this option is not available if you're playing with the Major League compatible or historical association format. So you have to do your own format to change that. But again, we're playing a league, 1976 season, so it says True Life Strict Seasonal. That's the only thing we can actually do when we're playing a league. We don't want fictional players. We want to import player historical stats. So that looks good, and then you just click next. So it's a tutorial. You just keep clicking next. D. Scott Howard in the chat, he says he won 19 games in the hearts of baseball fans all across the country that summer of 76. Yes, he did. The Bird. Love Mark the Bird Fidrich. So we click next, and let's bring this down, actually. Now it's loading up the season, so we have D. Scott Howard in the chat and Chris from Stratomatic, Delaware, as it's building up. And I'm going to show you a couple more things before I call it a stream. I'm going to show you how to load pictures, which is very easy, and logos. You can load baseball fields, but that's a little more... The pictures are easy to load, but the dimensions are a pain. If you don't get the dimensions right, it looks horrible. So it's loading up the season right now. And again, this is PureSim Baseball. It's a free game. If you don't want to spend any money, this is a great free game. I provided the link below. And again, if you're a youngster using your parents' computer, get their permission first before you do anything. So D. Scott Howard says, I'm replaying the 1941 Dodgers to try out this game setup. Was a little confusing. Happy with it otherwise. Yeah, you have to go slow with it. What I've noticed, I set up a 1972 Red Sox season. Played 3 games before I came on. I set it up with historical transactions. I'm 1 win, 2 losses, which actually after 3 games, the Red Sox were 1 win and 2 losses. It's pretty funny how scary the stats were pretty close. I did change the lineup in Game 3 a bit because I couldn't take having that Johansson or Johnson catching. It was driving me nuts. All right, so once you click Spring Training, it's going to take you right to the league. I'm going to go to Home, and what I want to show you is we're going to go to Manage My Roster. Okay, I'm going to show you how to load pitchers now. Yeah. D. Scott Howard says, hello, Al, or should I say, hail, Al Chariot Master. I won another race last night. I lost a ton of them, but I won another race. So now we're going to go, this is the Detroit Tiger lineup here. And I'm hoping, so I'm going to show you how to load a pitcher. And I hope you're able to see this. So as you can see, I'm hovering over Bill Freehan, the catcher for the Detroit Tigers. And you can see no photo is loaded of Bill Freehan. Al, 17 Red Sox fan. That's the number of walks. That was a dreadful game. So you can see Bill Freehan. There's no pitcher. So what you do is you click. You see there's that the glass right there, the magnifying glass. So you right click on the magnifying glass, left click, I'm sorry, with the mouse, and then you get Bill Freehan's page. That will be up in a moment. So once you get to Bill Freehan's page, there it is. You see right underneath it says change pitcher. Now, if you have you can play with pitchers or play without pitchers. You don't have to. I like to play with pitchers. I'm a visual type person. What you do is you just this is one of the easiest games to apply pitchers to, but you have to use headshots. You have to use like yearbook type pitchers. You can't use baseball card pitchers because they're too big. There is a way to adjust that. I don't know yet. But there's a couple of interesting things on this page. If you go down, you have a Google option, and if you click on that, they're going to try to find a picture for you. So if we went to Baseball Reference, you click on Baseball Reference, his picture is going to come up. You can actually you download it and then put it right into here. But I already have pictures loaded. So if I click on Baseball Reference, I'm going to click on that. And I don't know if this will pop up. I'm hoping it does. His Baseball Reference page comes up. See that? That's wicked cool. So his Baseball Reference page. So you could actually go from here, right click. Oh, you can't do it from here. Anyway, so you'd have to go to Baseball Reference. It won't let you right click to download. Okay, so we just close that out. We go back to here. I've already downloaded a ton of baseball pictures. There's a lot of files out there, and they all interact well with one another. So I have a ton of baseball player photos. So I'm going to click on this. And what happens is now, I go to my own file, and let's bring that up. See if we can bring that up. Window capture. And it does. Cool. So I have a lot of baseball photos stored, and once that comes up, I'm going to show you how easy it is to load a picture. So once you download the pictures you want, and again, you can go on strat sites, you can go on retro replay sites. A lot of people have these baseball pictures already in a file that you just have to download, or you can just get them right off of Baseball Reference. So I want to load Bill Freehand. I'm in my player picks. And again, I have multiple folders, but I have most of my players in photos and player picks. So I'm going to go here, and I'm just going to start typing in his last name. And there he is. You can see, you'll see Bill Freehand's pictures pop up. I have 3 of them. Okay, they popped up. So I can choose which picture I want. I kind of like this picture the best. So all you do is you double click on it. Bingo. Voila. Easy as that. This is the easiest game to load pictures to. No typing in names, and make sure you have them spelled with the underslashes and the proper. You just click on the picture and it populates. This is the easiest game to put a picture in. So then all you have to do, you just go next. There's Willie Horton. So we'll do one more picture. We'll do maybe 2 more pictures. Again, this is to load pictures up. You just click on change picture. Hopefully this screen pops up again. D. Scott Howard says, nice, thanks for showing that. It's very easy. I'm still trying to figure out the baseball fields, because that was really aggravating, and I messed up. If you watch my 75 replay open world I use on this, we're using, I think that's Fulton County Stadium, I think. I don't know. But you can actually load in every baseball stadium. I loaded the pictures, but it's not so much getting the dimensions right. It's making the field picture fit properly to the game. It's very aggravating. So I just decided to play with the generic baseball field, which I'd rather play with the real baseball field, but it has not taken anything away from it. I still enjoy it. So now I'm going to do Willie Horton. And again, I just type in the last name, Horton. I just misspelled Willie Horton. And okay, so I typed it in, and I actually would just continue with the Horton. As you can see, I've already... So a bunch of other players come up with Horton. But here's Willie Horton. And I got 3 different... These are the same. I kind of like... I think I'm going to go with this picture here. Yeah. You just double click on it. And once you double click on that picture, it populates. See how easy that is? And to me, it brings more enjoyment to the game. I'm a visual person. So we'll do one more. And disregard the draft thing here. That's just when you pick the team and the year. What the computer does, it drafts the proper players to the proper team. That's all that means. Obviously, he was not acquired in 1976, but so disregard that. There's other cool things on this. You have different types of charts, but let's load one more. And again, all you want to do is go next. Alex Johnson comes up. He's a utility player. So you click on change pictures. It'll bring up wherever you're storing your pictures. The first time you might have to direct where your pictures are stored on your computer, and then after that it'll bring it up where your pictures are stored. And then after this, we're going to show you how to load logos, and then we'll just do a quick little... We'll probably stop, and then I'll just go through strategy, which again, if you're a baseball fan, it's easy. But there are little things Again, there's no dice rolling here. That's all done in the background, the statistics of it. So we have Alex Johnson. I'm actually going to type out his full name. Alex. And there's Alex there's Alex Johnson. I looked up a lot of these names already because I was playing my 72 season. So you just double click on him. There's Alex Johnson. And again, I'm not picky about if they have the right baseball cap on. You can load up all the same. You can actually go in and look for the 1976. If you go online, you say 1976 Detroit Tigers, Alex Johnson, pictures, look at images, you'll find it. Again, you want to load pictures like this. You do not want to load baseball card pictures. Take care, Chris. Remember, check out Chris from Stratomatic, Delaware. That's Stratomatic, Delaware with Chris. He just started up a new card and dice dead ball era season. Does a wonderful job, so check him out. Thank you for stopping by. Hope your mom feels better soon. So we've loaded 3 pictures up. And you know what? I'm just going to load a couple more. Bruce Kim. Again, click on that. Your file comes up. Once you've loaded your first picture, it will bring up this file all the time. We'll load one more up just to get the. Then you just type in, go into your search, type in Bruce Kim. Oops, Kim. There's Bruce Kim. Double click on it. He's loaded. Okay. So we're done with that. I'll just show you a couple of things here. So you go to your defensive chart. So right here on this page, contact. I went with a 1 through 10 rating. You can do 1 through 100. There's all different rating systems. I like the 1 through 10. So he's got pretty good contact, 7 out of 10. Very little power, 3 out of 10. Eye, above average. Potential, he's hit his potential pretty much. He's at 1. Hands, defensively, 6 out of 10. That's not bad. Range as a catcher, 8 out of 10. Arm, 6 out of 10. Speed, 5 out of 10. Bunting, 5 out of 10. But here's a nice little chart here. Defensive chart. Let's see if that comes up. Yeah, I'm going to have to load that. Hold on a moment. Bear with me. Nope. I want the defensive chart. There we go. All right, the defensive chart will be up in a second. And it's just going to tell you, if it's red, the player is poor at that position. If it's black, he's below average or average. If it's blue, he's excellent. So he's a catcher, and he's just an average catcher, as you can see. 6'8", hands, range, arm. But this is a nice little tool if you're not quite sure where to place him on. And it shows you can put a player anywhere, except like he's horrible at short. So again, I don't recommend you putting him anywhere, but you can play the game however you want to play it. He's a catcher. You could possibly get away with him at first base, you know. And that's that. Alright, so that's loading pictures. Now, the next thing we'll do, and then we'll call it a stream, we're going to close out of this. And you see they've already loaded up. They've already loaded up your lineups. You can change them if you want. I'm playing with historical lineups and things like that, but you can change it. Even if you have the historical lineup, you can change it. The other thing you can see, when you play with the historical transactions, you don't get a full minor league. You're just going to get the players who actually played. So these guys might not be true minor leaguers, but these are guys who played during the year. That's the way I interpret this. And you can see like that Milt May and so on and so forth. So if you click on the minor leagues, I'm not going to go into that screen. It's not coming up, but that's the gist of it. You'll see other players that you can use. And then as the transactions go along, the players will be added. So we're going to close out of this. And now, I think, how do I get to logos? Front office? Yes. Okay, so you click on front office, and we're going to show you how to add a logo, which just is as easy as adding a picture. It's extremely easy. Again, you don't have to add logos. I like it. I'm a visual person. So you can see assign to computer, because we're the human manager. If we click to assign to computer, another little box would come up and say, are you sure? So if you wanted to play multiple teams in this game, you'd have to switch back and forth. So again, we're going to change the logo. So we're going to click change the logo. And once we click change the logo, it goes to my computer. And as you can see, it wants to add a picture, but we don't want to add the picture. I'm going to go to my logo file and have all these logos that I've downloaded. Most of these are in Digital Diamond Baseball, but they all work. With this game, almost every picture and logo works. So Detroit Tigers. Let's find the Detroit Tigers. I mean, I could type it here, but all I have to do is scroll down. And there they are. Detroit Tigers. You click on it, double click on it, there it is. There's the logo. It's going to populate. I think that's pretty cool. Okay. Then if you want to, what I normally do when I change the logos, I do it for all the teams. You come down to the bottom here. It says click to select team. So Atlanta, you click on Atlanta. Click change logo. Now because I've switched already to my logo file, the next time I click on change logo, it's there. I'm going to use the politically incorrect Braves logo. People really have to get a sense of humor about this stuff. We're way too sensitive. So that's the Braves logo I'm using, just because I like to. It's the one I like. Then Baltimore. So you just keep switching teams, and as you switch the teams, you click change logo. Baltimore. Double click. Bam. Go back down. Boston. Red Sox. See? And again, you don't have to play with any of this stuff, but it makes for a nicer. I'm going to show you real quick. Actually, let me add all the logos. It will not take me long. California. Change the logo. That. Chicago Cubs. So on and so forth. White Sox. Cincinnati. So again, pictures and logos are just very easy. We're going to load the next insensitive logo, the Indians logo. I've already done Detroit. Let's do Houston. Again, people have a sense of humor about things. That's the Houston Astros. Kansas City. I'm going to use the darker Kansas City one. I like that one better. Dodgers. I just think it adds a really nice touch to add the logos. Milwaukee Brewers. I have 2 Brewers logos loaded, but I'm going to use that one. I could not find the Twins logo. For some reason, that one, the one I wanted to load, would not load properly, so we'll use this one. I wanted the T and the C of Twin Cities. Expos. Expos had a cool logo. The red, white, and blue. There they go. That's for Mr. Greg Garecki. And we got the Yankees. The evil empire. There's the Yankees. So you just... Next one's going to be... Oh, I messed that up. That should be the Mets. I messed that up. Change logo. So see, I made an error. All you do is go back in, change logo. Mets. Now the Yankees. Oakland. So you just keep going down. And the only reason I want to just show you the effect you're going to get when you see the schedule. Philadelphia Phillies. City of Brotherly Love. Not so much. Pittsburgh Pirates. San Diego Padres, who had probably some of the ugliest uniforms in sporting history. Giants. San Francisco Giants. We're almost done with the logos. I know it's thrilling. But I think it gives a little more oomph to the game. Again, you don't have to add any of this stuff. The game plays wonderfully. Who's this? Cardinals. Cardinals have... I always liked the Cardinals uniforms. And Texas Rangers. There's Texas. Alright, so now let's go back to games. Or home. Alright, so we've loaded up the logos. I've showed you how to the pictures. Again, very easy. Now to start the game, you must click on Start. Spring. Click to start the spring, which means spring training. All it's going to do is sim all your spring training needs. And then, I mean, you can fool around with this stuff here, like options and utilities. Let's just click on that. Again, it's another screen I'm not going to bring up, but you can go in there. You have auto assign player photos. So if you wanted to do that, you could do that. I find it easier just to manually do it. Because if you mess up the auto assign, it's going to be really aggravating. All right, so let's click on Start Spring. Hello, Tribes fan. How are you? Tribes fan says, evening, gents. Agree with the Cardinals logo. The best usually don't change much over the years for logos. I agree. I like the Cardinals logo. I always thought even when they were in St. Louis, the football team was sharp. So this screen pops up now. It's just saying most feared hitters. So you got Matt Locke, Bill Robinson, Joe Morgan, George Foster, Al Oliver. I did not load these pictures yet. I only loaded those few I was showing you how to load. So you just have to click close. And now it's importing real 1976 schedule. Please wait. Now again, this game is free. This game is free. I stress free. I provided the link below. I just want to show you why I loaded the logos. To me, it's a lot of fun. So now we're going to click on Views Today's Schedule. And today's game, right? Yankees, Brewers, Astros, Reds. To me, that looks much better to me. And that's how you load logos and pictures. It's pretty easy. Now I don't control these teams, so I can either quick sim the game. You got Catfish Hunter versus Jim Slayton. And you got J.R. Richard versus Gary Nolan. I probably would want to watch the J.R. Richard. I like J.R. Richard. If you want to watch a game, I'll just show you a couple innings of this. Again, you're not going to see the pictures because I didn't load them. But if I wanted to load them right now, I could go here and you just go to your rosters and we can load them up right before the game. Okay. Close that out. Come back to the bottom, go to games. I'll show you a little gameplay. Tribes fans is doing okay. Tribe now have won 14 in a row. Go for the team record tomorrow night. Excellent. I hope they get it. Terry will like that, Terry Francona. So let's do a little bit of, let's show you the Yankee game. Actually, you know what? Let's just quick sim them, and I'll show you a little strategy. Let's quick sim that. Let's see if the Yankees win. The Yankees win in a pitching duel, 2-1. Catfish Hunter. Save goes to Sparky Lyle. Oscar Gamble had a home run. And the boomer, George Scott. Player of the game, Oscar Gamble. And they got a great box score. If you click on that, this is a wonderful box score. Look at all the wonderful information you get. So, Catfish Hunter went 8 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 3 Ks. So he left the game. It was 2-0. And Sparky Lyle got the save, but he gave up a run, which was the Boomers' home run. And then Jim Slayton went 9 innings. 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Walked 3, struck out 2, gave up 1 home run. So I recommend it. If you have a computer, try out this game. It's free. PureSim Baseball. The link's provided below. I wanted to make this a short stream, but I just want to show you a few things. So let's quick sim this game too. So Tribes fan, who do you think's going to win between Houston, J.R. Richard, against Cincinnati, Gary Nolan? And if you click, it doesn't give me the preview. I wanted the preview to look at the lineups. Should give me the preview. Well, let's see. Tribes fan says he picks the Reds 4-2. All right, here we go. Quick sim. Of course, it's the last game of the day, and it's going to push me. We'll just click yes, close that. Let's go back a day. Oh, my lord. You had the score right, but the team's wrong. Watch this. Watch this, Tribes fan. That's pretty cool. Alright, so let's just go. And you can see the full schedule now. We've jumped to April 9th. I'm probably going to start this season over again anyway, but is Detroit playing? Wow, Detroit is not playing. Oh, we have Ferguson Jenkins versus Jim Palmer. That's an interesting game. Red Sox, Fergie. And for Tribes fan, yeah, holy crap is right, Tribes fan. So we're gonna watch this game. We're gonna watch the Red Sox opening day 1976 Ferguson Jenkins versus Jim Palmer. I didn't load the pictures. You know what? Would you let's go to Boston real quick. Cooper, Doyle, Lynn, Rice, Burleson, Carbo. So again, if I want player picks. This is the way you would load a player pick. Oops. Dyslexia. There we go. So I don't want to use the player card because that will not fit. It will be horrible. You want to use this. Rick Burleson. Bernie Carbo. And actually just click next. Reggie Cleveland. Cooper. Alright. Denny Doyle. Ooh, that's a good card. I can actually do that one. So this is how you load the cards up, and I'm going to show you. We're gonna play opening day Red Sox. Ferguson Jenkins versus the Orioles. The computer will control the game, but it's going to be, you'll see how nice it looks with the pictures, so I'm just going to quickly load them. You can hang around if you want or not. That's fine too. Fisk. Wow, Doug Griffin was, I forgot about that. Doug Griffin was still on the Red Sox in 76. There's Doug. Ah, the Air Machine, Butch Hobson. Tom House. There's Fergie. Oh, this file has him with the Cubs. That's all right. That's a nice picture. Rick Kruger. This picture is not going to fit. We're going to have to use this one. Bill Spaceman Lee. There's too many Lees. Let's do Bill Lee. Bill Lee. Fred Lynn, one of the Gold Dust Twins. Huh. Detroit. Now let's use that picture. Rick Miller. Let's use that picture. And again, you can find the pictures with all the same team caps. That doesn't bother me. Let's use that one. Bob Montgomery, Rico Petrocelli. Dick Pole. Oh, look at those Mariners, those old Mariner hats. Second part of the Gold Dust Twins, Jim Rice. Let's use that one. El Tiante. Jim Willoughby. White Sox pitcher. It's okay. Rick Wise. I think this was the last year with the Red. 70. Was he with? I think 76 was Rick Wise's last year. I don't think he's on my 77 retro replay team using Action PC. Rick Wise. I guess we'll use this picture. Yastrzemski, I believe this is the last one. So we've loaded up. I think we got all those. Close that out. Games. Go to Baltimore real quick. Mark Belanger from Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Paul Blair. Oh, let's use that. Let's use that one. Again, very easy to load pictures. Bumbry. Duncan. Oh, misspelled it. Elrod Hendricks. I thought I had... That's Dave May. Lee May. Muser. Just keep clicking next. Go to the next picture. File comes up, punch in the name. I like to use the last name. Tim Norbrook. Double click on it. Voila. Brooks Robinson. I'll do the full name for Brooks Robinson. It's a young Brooks Robinson. That's okay. Kenny Singleton. Came over from the Mets, I believe. Ooh, 76. Reggie Jackson should be on this team. Should he not? Or was that 75? No, 76. We should have Reggie Jackson. Let's close that out. I could have sworn Reggie Jackson was on the 76 Orioles. Alrighty. Got Doyle Alexander. Tribe fan says, Mariners with the tripod logo back in the day. I know, it was horrible. Horrible. That was just... I mean, the thought of it was good. It just didn't show up well on that hat, that baseball cap. I'm almost positive Reggie Jackson was on that 76 team. I'm going to have to check that out. Mike Cuellar. Flanagan. Mike Flanagan graduated from the University of Massachusetts. And we're going to go with that picture. Oh, you gotta love Ross Grimsley's hair. Holdsworth. Ken Holtzman. Now let's use this picture. Grant Jackson. Miller. All right, Jim Palmer, finally. All right, I think we got them all. Reggie Jackson was on the Orioles in '76. I know. Why is he not? That's a little concerning to me. Unless they get him a little later. Maybe he doesn't start off with the team. Maybe he came like a couple of weeks into the season. I'm just going to bring up Baseball Reference. Hold on a second. I want to see what the lineup was. You're not going to be able to see this on the screen, but you can go to baseballreference.com, whoever's watching yourselves, and I'm going to go to the '76 season. I want to see when maybe he was a trade from Oakland. Go to Baltimore. Yeah, there's his pitcher, Reggie Jackson. How many games did Reggie play in? Played 134 games. Okay. All right, let's go to the schedule. They open up with the Red Sox. Let's look at the box score. He's not in the lineup. So when does Mr. Reggie Jackson come to the... You would think Reggie Jackson would be in the lineup. So in reality, the Orioles defeated the Red Sox 1-0. So we're going to play it out. Well, we're going to watch it played out and see how close it comes. It should be a little fun. Back to the rosters. There's no special notes. Well, it's going to be interesting to see that. Okay, let's go back to play this game real quick. I'm going to leave Baseball Reference up to the side. All right, here we go. Let's close that out. Let's go back to the games. Let's see if they have the right lineups here. They should have the correct lineups. Yes, they do. Cooper, Doyle, Lynn, Rice, Yastrzemski, Fisk, Evans, Petrocelli, Burleson, Ferguson, Jenkins pitching. For the Orioles, Bunbury, Blair, Singleton, May. Oh, there's right there. The Red Sox lineup is correct. May. Then they go with Doug DeCense playing second. Oh, yeah. Bobby Grich in reality. Alright, well, that's what the computer picked. I can't change it, so. I wonder once we start the game if it will correct itself.
And the home
Here we go. As Tribe Fan says, Reggie Jackson made his debut for the Orioles May 2nd, 1976. Alright, so Cecil Cooper comes up. Here's the pitch by Palmer. 0-2 count. Cooper strikes out. Here comes Denny Doyle. 2-2 count. Doyle swings and he singles up the middle. Doyle's on at first. Freddie Lynn comes up. So, as you can see, I don't control these teams. I'm just clicking to let the computer play it out. Here's the pitch by Jim Palmer. Doyle at first. Lynn swings at the 1-0 count. He grounds it to May, who boots the ball. So it's first and second. 1 out. Here comes Jim Rice. He digs in. Palmer looking to induce a double play ball. Hendricks sets the target. Here's the pitch. 1-0 count. Rice swings. And Rice triples to right center. 2 runs will score. 2-0 Boston. Rice at third. Here comes Captain Carl Yastrzemski. Here's the windup and the pitch by Palmer. 1-1 count. Yeah, swings. And he flies out to Singleton. Rice tags up. And here's the throw to the plate. And it won't be in time. Rice slides in safely. Sac fly for Yastrzemski. It's 3-0 Red Sox. 2 outs. Base is empty. And here comes Carlton Fisk. Palmer's been roughed up here in this inning. Here's the pitch, 2-2 count. Fisk grounds the ball back to Palmer. He throws the main inning over. So Bunbury, Blair, and Singleton coming up. And we're just going to play out this inning, and then we'll fast forward it. I just wanted to show you the way the game looks. Again, the pictures don't fit exact, unfortunately. You can edit them. I haven't figured out how to do that properly yet. Once I do, I will show you. But again, if you're saying, oh, I can't see that, all you gotta do is click here and just right click, open player card. Tells you everything you want to know. Or you could just hover. So Bunbury has contact 7 out of 10, power 6 out of 10, eye 6 out of 10. So you got Ferguson Jenkins on the mound. Here's the pitch to Bunbury. Bumby's going to try to bunt. On the 0-1 count, he puts the bunt down. Jenkins quickly gets to it and throws it to Yastrzemski for the out. Brings up Paul Blair with 1 out. Jenkins gets the sign from Fisk. Here's the pitch to Blair. 0-1 count. Blair swings. And that ball's going to beat Rice. That's going to be a double. Oriole fans like that. Here comes Kenny Singleton. Power hitting right fielder. Righty-lefty matchup for Ferguson Jenkins. Here's the pitch to Singleton. 1 out. Blair at second. Blair attempts to steal third, and the throw down. He's out. No, he's safe. So Blair steals third off Carlton Fisk. As you can see, that 7 is his run number. Fisk's arm is a 6. He beat him. That doesn't always happen that way. It just happened that for this time. So he's 90 feet away from putting the Orioles on board. The windup and the pitch by Ferguson Jenkins. 1-2 count, and he strikes out Singleton. Breaking pitch. 2 outs, runner on third. Here comes Lee May, first baseman. He has good power, 8 out of 10. Contact, 7 out of 10. Dangerous hitter here. Fisk sets the target. Here's the pitch to May. 2-1 count. May swings, pops it up. Actually, that's more than a pop-up. That goes into foul territory. Evans gets there. He makes the catch, inning over. So we played 1 inning just to show you what it looks like. Yes, D. Scott Howard says, I like the green/red lettering on the play results indicating safe or out. Yes, there's a lot of nice things to this game. They're rebooting this game. Beatles Eternally told me. But this game's free. So we played the first inning. I'm going to quick sim it now. We're going to auto complete to the end of the game. And the Red Sox, wow, hammered them 6-1. So in reality, Baltimore won 1-0. But they had a little different lineup. Red Sox won 6-1. But that's why it's a retro replay game. You never know how it's going to end. And with that, we're going to call it a stream. Thank you very much to Tribes Fan and D. Scott Howard and Chris from Stratomatic Delaware, excuse me. Greatly appreciated. So what we did in this video went longer than I wanted, but that's okay. I showed you how to load pictures. I showed how to load logos. It makes it, to me, I like it, the logos. And for ha-has, we're going to quick sim these games. And I have D. Scott Howard and Tribes Fan still in the chat, I believe. So who do you think is going to win between Oakland and the California Angels? Mike Torres and Frank Tanana. I'm going to take the Angels at home. So we'll give it another second. D. Scott Howard likes the A's. Let's see if Tribes Fan's still there. I don't know if he's still in the chat. I'll give it a second. Alright, we're going to quick sim it. Alright, so D. Scott Howard has the A's. I have the Angels. Here we go. Quick sim. You are correct. 1-0 Oakland. Torres outpitches Tanana. Again, Claudio Washington, player of the game. If you want to see the box score, you just click on it. Alright, let's go to the next game. Kansas City, Paul Splittorff against Chicago White Sox, Wilbur Wood, the knuckleballer. I'm going to take Kansas City. Oh, he's taking D. Scott Howard. He's taking Wilbur Wood and the White Sox. Here we go with the quick sim. He's 2 for 2, Mr. Howard. Chicago wins 2-1. Wilbur Wood. Well, Vukovic got the win out of the pen. Player of the game, Wilbur Wood. Let's look at that box score. 8 1/3 innings for Wilbur Wood. 2 hits, 1 earned run, walked 2, struck out 3. Two hits, 1 run. I think I said 2 runs. I'm sorry. And look, Chicago rallied in the bottom of the 9th to win. All right. You're 2 for 2, Mr. Howard. Minnesota, Burt Blyleven against Texas and Gaylord Perry. I'm going to take... Texas at home. D. Scott Howard says the knuckleball was dancing for Wilbur Wood. Oh, he's taking the Twins. Can he go 3 for 3? Not this time. I got that win. Texas crushes the Twins 9-1. Oh, here's a good one. Montreal and Steve Rogers versus the New York Mets and Tom Seaver in New York. Mets lineup wasn't that good, though. I'm going to go with Tom Terrific and the Mets. All right, we both got the Mets on this one. Here's the quick sim. Ah, we lost 2-1. That was a close game. All right, we got 3 more games to go. Atlanta, Carl Morton. San Diego, Randy Jones. I'm going to take Randy Jones and the Padres. Mr. Howard takes the Padres also. Here goes the quick sim. Come on, San Diego. Yes, we won that one, both of us. 4-1 Padres, winning pitcher Randy Jones. Losing pitcher Morton save Metzger. All right, 2 games. Ooh, this is a good one. Dodgers, Don Sutton. San Francisco, John Montefusco. I'm going to take the Dodgers and Don Sutton. D. Scott Howard, Dodgers all day. Here's the quick sim. We both have the Dodgers, and we lost another 2-1 game. Oh my God. So Montefusco gets the win, Sutton a loss. Tough luck loser there for Don Sutton. And here it is. Cubs, Cardinals, Ray Burris versus former Red Sox Lynn McLaughlin. I'm going to take the... Oh, boy. I'm going to take the Cardinals at home. D. Scott Howard says, that hurts even a sim. Yes, I know, if you're a Dodgers fan. I hate losing a Red Sox game when I'm playing. So myself and Mr. Howard both take the Cardinals. Here's the quick sim. We're going to have to bounce back because it's going to go to the next day. Let's go back a day. We got it. Cardinals won 2-0. All right. And so that is PureSim Baseball, folks. Again, just to recap, I'd like to say thank you once again to D. Scott Howard, Tribes Fan, and Stratomatic Delaware with Chris. Check out his channel at Stratomatic Delaware. We showed you how to load picture. We showed how to load a season up, how to play with historical transactions, how to load up pictures and logos. Our next video, I probably will take control of one of the teams that's not Detroit. Because I'm only going to play the Mark Fidrich games in 76. That's when he won 19 games. Did he finish second in the Cy Young? I think he finished second in the Cy Young or second in Rookie of the Year. Can't remember. I'm going to show you a little basic strategy that works pretty well. So, on that note, folks, we shall call it a stream. Thank you very much. Health and happiness. Take care. Bye-bye, and God bless. You're welcome, D. Scott Howard. Thank you for joining me. See you soon.